1976.
"1976 represents to me my entry into the work world. Yes, wonderful times."
When they interviewed me, Mr. Penny Ewitts in the employment office said, "Mr. McAllister, if you sign on the dotted line today, you will be joining the workforce of 32,500. The most we've ever had since World War II.
Well, it took me about 3 years to get here. I dropped out of high school at 11th grade, and I tried to come in here and get in the shipyard. They told me I had to get a diploma. So I went back to school and got my diploma, and now I'm here.
I was 18, 19 years old, and I decided to come to the big city all by myself. And I said, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into?
I was just looking for a good job, and I'd only intended to stay 10 years.
Well, 1976 means a lot to me. I was married early in the year. In the fall, my first child was born. I started my career at Newport News Shipbuilding. So it was quite a year. And it was for the shipyard too. You know, they launched 2 ships. The first hull, the Dorothy, that was completed in 1891, was recently overhauled and brought to its final resting place in front of the Ivory Tower here. Dry Dock 12 was completed and put into use in 1976. The first lady shipbuilder, Debbie Erickson, graduated from the apprentice school. Just a few things, amazing year.
Yeah, it was kind of scary, but you know, I just wanted to make a go of it, and I went down there and applied. They didn't have any openings for a lot for the women to do, so they offered me a job. I believe it was X-35 then, janitor. I was hired on the spot.
I was 23 years old. It was a good feeling, knowing you were helping to defend the country.
When I came to the yard in 1976, I was young and dumb, but I learned through the years. I was weighing 135. Now I'm weighing about 200 pounds.
I figured that I would stay for a short period of time and find a husband, get married, have kids, and leave. No, I didn't find a husband. I like the single life. I found a large family here at the shipyard because we spend more time here with our shipyard family than we do at home with, you know, our regular family.
Everybody got in the truck with their toolboxes, and the guy that was driving the truck, he said, "You," and he pointed to me and another young man, and he said, "Y'all are going to submarine program." And I immediately got excited because I said, "Oh wow, I get to see the fish swimming in the water." Our supervisor was there to meet us, and he looked at me and he said, "You've been watching too much TV. That's Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea."
I was amazed at what a big place it was. I said, good grief, what have I gotten myself into now? I said, this place is huge.
Oh yeah, plenty of work. Had plenty of work from south side to north side. The piers would fill up, the dry docks would fill up with syrups, carriers, liners, frigates. It was busy and it was crowded, but we made it through.
And then we had an hour for lunch, so you had some time to spend out on Washington Avenue, you know, and there was many bars and restaurants. It was a bustling little town. I mean, you can imagine 32,000 people, you know, hit the street between 12 and 1 every day. So a lot going on.
Well, it's a great organization to work for. I mean, put food on the table.
My first paycheck, I was making, it was like $149 a week. It was big, big money coming from making 50 cents an hour up in Orange County.
My first big purchase, a '66 Impala. Yes, it had a foghorn leghorn sticker on the back bumper, and it was blue.
I'm just glad I got my job here, and so I don't have to continue driving the school bus, because I made 1 week here what I made a month driving the school bus.
The foreman would bring you your paycheck and give it to you and put it in your hand. He would that. I said, man, my first paycheck, I remember what they started me out at.
How much is that?
$3.94 an hour.
Well, I'm not a quitter. I've been married to the same woman for 40 years too. So pretty much when I start something, I aim to finish it. What we do here, it becomes very important. It's a great source of pride. So, and that doesn't take a lot of years to see how special that is. And as far as ever going anywhere else, with a company like this, anything you want to do, you can do right here.
If you want to go up the ladder, you can go up it if you work. I've put in jobs, ran I don't know how many miles of cable, and just give me my job and I'll do it. My mama always taught me to do your job right, because I'm telling you, if I didn't do it right at home, I had to do it over. So I learned from that, do it right the first time.
What makes people want to be a master shipbuilder, as far as I'm concerned, is one thing is the recognition by the company. The nice dinner they give you, the jacket, the check they give you and everything. I've accomplished a great deal in these 40 years. To be able to stay with a corporation that long, that's unreal these days. But to be able to have a legacy, to leave a legacy to the next generation. When I retire, that's my goal for the bunch I work with, to say, well, you know, Mac, he put his time in, but he was a hard worker.
As I get closer to that moment, I realize the 19-year-old that walked through the gate is not going to be the 60-some-year-old that leaves through the gate. You know, we've had some challenges or whatever, but thank God I'm still able to walk and do what I need to do. You know, a lot of folks didn't make it that far.
I just can't believe that I have been able to be a part of this great company and these great people for the last 40 years. If I had to do it over again, I'd start at day one.
I'm Woody Flythe.
I'm Sherry Glenn.
I'm Aurelia Booth.
I'm Claudia Hughes.
I'm Franklin McAllister.
I'm Hugh Richardson, and we are a proud master shipbuilder.